Question over here. Go ahead, Jay, and then Lee.
Jay Pennell with front stretch and all left turns. Just to kind of go back to the Brian Vickers thing, you said you want to find out what caused this, what happened. Does this make you kind of look at your health, or your lifestyle or anything like that, and kind of re-examine your situation and kind of be like, if this can happen to a guy like Brian, can it happen to a guy like myself?
I don't think it's just Brian's situation. I think it's just anytime something happens, you want to know why, and if something that could be prevented, whether he's in this garage or if it's somebody outside the garage. But I feel comfortable with my lifestyle and my health and the frequency that we have to go through the the NASCAR nurses and physicals and all the things that we do. It's very rare that something's not going to pop up. I mean, for the most part, you really receive a physical at least once a year before you start, probably twice a year, and anytime you bump anything on the racetrack, they're checking everything before you can even leave. So I mean, we go to the doctor more than everybody probably realizes.
Go ahead, Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. From a business standpoint on the KHI side of things, how do you look at restructuring the business when you take into account what's going on currently in the economy, coupled with having to do the rollout of the new car? How do you have to, reevaluate your business plan?
Well, I mean, last year we went through some situations that we had to restructure our company and really forced us to reevaluate everything middle of last year. And it all kind of fell into play with what the new costs of racing are, and a new willingness as to what each series would pay from a sponsor standpoint as to what the market would be. So I feel like we got there a little bit quicker than most people, and we had to adjust salaries and bonus plans and things like that to make everything work. So we've been really, it's been almost a year since we've been under that new structure, and with the new car thing, we committed to it from the beginning, to just do everything that we needed to do to be prepared for 2011 and these 4 races coming up this year. So that's the only thing that we made it a little extra investment going forward to try to be ahead of the competition. I think everybody, RCR's obviously a Cup team, so they have they've got all the systems in place to do what they need to. Really, there's no way to really share all that, just for the fact that we don't have any of the templates or how long it's going to take to build a car. We don't have any of that stuff, and even the stuff that they have is going to be different than our company, because they have a much bigger overhead as far as people and the way that their shop functions. For us, it's we kind of switched our whole company to what we call COT style racing. It's much more detail oriented. It's different processes, and obviously we looked at a lot of the processes that were in place in a lot of the other Cup teams, and tried to put those into our truck teams, our nationwide team, and things like that, anticipating this new car coming, so that everybody in the company was prepared to do the things that they needed to do for that car.
Anything else for Kevin? Got one back there, and then we'll finish up right here. Go ahead. Oh, Lennox has one. Go ahead. We've got 3 more right here. Go ahead, Lennox.
I wonder what level of comfort or security is there in leading the points when you're roughly halfway through the system there?
Well, I think for us it's a position that we haven't been in, and I think as long as we can keep any major disasters from happening over the next 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully we'll be able to prepare like what we feel like the 48 and those guys have done for the last several years, as far as getting your cars ready and your fleet ready for those particular races. So hopefully we can push some things that we normally wouldn't push, and try to get some more wins before the chase ends, to get some more bonus points and take more chances on that side of it, and prepare your fleet for the end of the year.
Raise your hand, Eric. If you could bring that person a mic, and then we'll finish right here with Tom.
Adam Fenwick with National Speed Sport News. The new nationwide car, is there anything that you feel like NASCAR needs to work on at this point, or do you feel like they've pretty much hit a home run on the new car?
Well, I think that it's hard to tell what you need to work on until you really get it into race configuration. There's no way to simulate it with testing and practicing until everybody's racing. So I think as we go through Daytona and Michigan, Richmond, and those places, really be able to be prepared for 2011 with whether we need more downforce, less downforce, things like that. But they took a lot of what the Cup Garage thought that they needed in that particular car and put it in this car, and I think they've done a good job. I think the looks of the cars are good. I think the fans will be happy with that. I know driving them, they drive a lot like our Cup cars do at Daytona. So we'll just have to race now and see what happens from there.
Finish up right here with Tom. Go ahead.
Kevin, is there any update on the 29 sponsor situation for 2011? Are you guys making progress on that?
I don't have anything to update.
Okay, Kevin, thanks for coming in, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.